Hi, well, it's day 5 of isolation, self-isolation, and I thought I would read one last story before you guys go to bed. Now, sometimes we all need a bit more magic in our lives, and we need someone with super magical powers to come and help us through really tough times. And this next story is about a very special dog called Courtney, who comes and does that for a family. You see the picture? There you go. We would really like to have a dog, the children said. Our house would be much better with a dog. The dog would guard the house and it could play with us. There are lots and lots and lots of dogs. There are lots of dogs at the dog's home. Can't we please have one? Dogs need feeding and walking, and they make a mess everywhere. We will walk the dog and feed it, and we will clean up the mess. Please, can we? Oh, very well, if you must. But make sure it's a proper dog, one with a pedigree. And remember, you'll both have to take care of it. The children looked at lots of dogs. None of them seemed to be what they wanted. Have you a dog that nobody wants? They asked the man. All the dogs we've seen will find homes easily. We do have a dog called Courtney, said the man. Nobody wants Courtney. We don't know anything about him, said the man. We don't know where he came from. Nobody wants him, and he's an old dog. We want Courtney, said the children, and they took him home. Here he is, lovely Courtney. He's very old, isn't he? What on earth have you got there? Said the parents. Why didn't you get a proper dog? He's so old and a mongrel, not a pedigree like we said. But Courtney's lovely, said the children. Well, it's getting late now and you must be going to bed. Courtney will have to sleep in the kitchen. The next morning, the children raced down to the kitchen to see their new dog, but Courtney was not there. We said the dog was no good. These mongrels, you can't rely on them. Why on earth didn't you get a proper dog like we said? That afternoon, Courtney came back, dragging a large trunk behind him. Once in the house, he opened the trunk, put on a chef's hat and apron, and immediately began to cook a delicious meal. He changed into waiter's clothes and served the family round the table. Courtney then played the violin while the family finished their meal. Out of his trunk, he took some things to juggle with and entertain the baby. Sometimes Courtney would meet other dogs in the park. But most of the time he spent with the family. You see all the things he's doing? Here he's helping him with knitting, cleaning a table, mowing the lawn, hoovering, watching television, and dancing. I like dancing so much. One day, the house caught fire and the family were outside waiting for the fire brigade to arrive. Where's Courtney? Said one of the children. Where's my baby? Shrieked the mother. Where do we think Courtney might be? Then they saw Courtney climbing down the ladder, holding the baby. The fire was put out and the house was soon repaired, and the family were able to carry on living as usual. One morning they came downstairs and Courtney was not there. The children looked everywhere, but they couldn't find Courtney or his trunk. We told you the dog was no good, said the parents. If they're not thoroughbreds, you cannot rely on them. The children went to the police station. We've lost our dog. He's quite old with big eyebrows. He can play the violin, cook wonderful dinners, and he juggles to entertain the baby. I'll certainly let you know if an old dog with big eyebrows who can play the violin, cook wonderful dinners and juggle to keep the baby amused is handed in, said the policeman. Don't think he believed the children, did he? That summer, the family went to the seaside for their holiday and they took a boat with them. Every day the children went out in the boat. The boat was always tied to a rock with a long piece of rope so it would not drift out to sea. But on the last day, something awful happened. You can see the boat there. Something really awful happened. The rope broke. They lost their oars. The boat drifted out to sea. Somebody help us, cried the mother. The boat drifted out, almost out of sight. Then, suddenly, there was a tug. The boat was being pulled back by something towards the shore. What do you think that something was? What do you think it was? Yes, I think it was too. They never did find out who it was or what it was that had pulled their boat back to shore. I wonder what it could have been. I think it must have been Courtney. I love you all very much. When you wake up in the morning, only 2 more days left, and then lots and lots of cuddles. Good night, my fabulous 3.